This is Neural Newscast.
Here is what matters for Wednesday, March 18th, 2026.
I'm Noah Feldman.
And I'm Evelyn Hartwell.
A massive Pakistani airstrike on a drug rehabilitation center in Kabul has killed at least 100 people. That is according to forensic laboratory sources in Afghanistan.
The Omid Addiction Treatment Hospital was once a United States military base. It was housing 2,000 residents when it was razed on Monday evening.
Islamabad says it targeted terrorist infrastructure. However, the UN is calling for a swift investigation into the high civilian toll at the facility.
This strike ends a months-long period of relative calm. It signals a dangerous escalation in the cross-border conflict between the two nations.
In other news, a series of suspected suicide bombings struck the city of Maiduguri in northeast Nigeria late Monday. At least 23 people were killed.
The BBC reports that explosions hit a post office, a weekly market, and a teaching hospital. These occurred just as residents were breaking their Ramadan fast.
The Nigerian military has blamed the insurgent group Boko Haram for these coordinated strikes. Another 108 people were injured.
President Bola Tinubu has ordered security chiefs to deploy immediately to the city. They are tasked with taking charge of the deteriorating security situation.
The scale of these attacks, deep within the city, has shaken residents. Many previously believed the worst of the insurgency was over.
Meanwhile, millions across the United States celebrated St. Patrick's Day yesterday. The tradition has evolved significantly since its religious origins.
Recent data from the United States Census Bureau shows that over 32 million residents claim Irish ancestry. That is nearly 10 times the population of Ireland itself.
States like New Hampshire and Massachusetts remain the primary hubs. Nearly 20% of those populations identify as Irish American.
Historically, the first recorded parade actually took place in St. Augustine, Florida, in 1601. This was long before the Boston and New York traditions began.
In Chicago, the city continued its decades-old tradition of dyeing the Chicago River green. The spectacle draws hundreds of thousands of visitors annually.
Turning now to broader labor trends, the concentration of these populations often dictates regional workforce dynamics and historical trade union ties.
Approximately 117,000 current United States residents were born in Ireland. They maintain a direct link to the modern Irish economy.
Next, we look at what is on the global radar for the rest of this week.
Here is what we are watching.
In Nigeria, we are monitoring the arrival of federal security chiefs in Maiduguri. We are also watching the deployment of additional troops to the border regions.
We are tracking the release of updated economic impact reports from major United States cities following the St. Patrick's Day holiday weekend.
Finally, we are following the African Union's upcoming session. Leaders are expected to address the resurgence of jihadist activity across the Sahel.
That is the briefing for today.
I'm Noah Feldman.
I'm Evelyn Hartwell.
Thank you for listening.
Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.